Next in our lineup, put your hands together for Gary Scarano.
Think about this. Do you know anybody who's ever been a victim of crime? 15% of every adult in America has been a victim of crime every year. But did you ever think, gee, has the person doing this ever done this before? Are they a repeat offender? We'll get back to these later. Hello, I'm Gary Scarano from the Returning Youth Initiative, and I'm here to talk to you how we can reduce recidivism by encouraging and empowering our young adults before, during, and after incarceration. You know, the United States has 5% of the world's population, but we have 25% of the world's prisoners. How can we stop this revolving door? Because is arresting and re-arresting people time and time and time again and over again an effective way of reducing crime? No. You know why? The numbers prove that out. Watch out. 68% of released prisoners are re-arrested within 3 years. That's a huge number. 64% of violent offenders are arrested on an average of 15 times. I don't know if I did that right, but 15 times. This whole process of arresting and re-arresting, it's really been not effective, and it's costing American taxpayers $80 billion every year. That's a lot of money. Can you think of any way we can better spend this money? I see a guy in the back of the room, he's waving his hand. I'm sorry, sir, I'm sure you got great ideas, but we can't give you the money. Recidivism is very different in different states. Here in Florida, recidivism is low, but employment is very high. There's a very strong correlation between recidivism, low recidivism, and high employment rate. Hey, those people who are employed are less likely to commit a crime, let's be honest. There's an old saying, honest work, honest pay, honest life. But the problem is, if you can't get an honest job, how can you have an honest life? People who can't get a job is the #1 reason why they're being arrested. Why? Because when they come out of incarceration, they're dealing with many issues. Depression, anger, they have culture shock, and they're dealing with all these things in addition to the record that's hanging over them that they have to tell everybody in every job that they go. These things feed into why they're getting rearrested. They don't have skills, they don't have the education they need, they don't have the opportunities that maybe we do. They maybe have bad friends, not bad, but not the best friends. They don't have support, faith groups. All these things play into it. What is needed is an integrated approach, a before, during, and after, with coordination between each step so that we can strike the balance so these young people can achieve their own destiny. Let's be specific. Reduction of debt or elimination of debt. There is expungement of records. Some people need medical help. Some people need psychological help. All these things play into what happens when people get released. There's an individual target for each person. Let's be honest, there's no cookie-cutter approach here. You know, there's job training and education. They want to build their own career. They want to build their own character. And we know what Martin Luther King said about character. We want to build character. We don't want to be controlling people. People don't like to be controlled. Don't tell me what to do, right? We would rather build my character than be controlled. Also, Robert Winthrop once said, people must be controlled by a power without or a power within, by their own will or the strong arm of the law. Do we need more laws? Do we need more laws telling us what to do? We need to equip people, not restrict them. We need to empower them, not punish them. And there's many different ways we can do it, depending upon the individual. There's support groups, faith-based programs, mentors. All these things can help an individual reach their individual goal. Let's be honest, there are some things that are working. When prisoners have an education program while they are incarcerated, they have a 43% less chance of being rearrested. That's phenomenal. That's a great thing. And there's so many great programs out there. I don't want to belittle it. Great organization, doing fantastic work, great work out there. But they're not national, they're not end-to-end focused, they're not fully funded, they're not comprehensive. And did you know a lot of people coming out of prison want to own their own business? Why? Because of all the other issues that I mentioned before. Remember, we have to deal with before, which is at-risk youth, during incarceration, and after, a whole integrated approach of providing real opportunities. Hey, recidivism is a real issue in the United States, but it's not insurmountable. It's not something that we can't solve together. We want to open doors. That's what we want to do. Open doors to success. But not only that, we want to open doors to freedom. We want to have freedom for these people and success. We don't want the revolving door of arrest and rearrest. If you're interested, please contact me at Gary@returningyouth.com. That's Gary@returningyouth.com, where we are restoring lives and returning dreams. And one last thing, remember this? Don't get arrested.